Okay. So, Diburei Emuna, Chelek Gimel, Daf Nun and Aleph. We're talking about Rabnot Golik that was in Siberia, was a bacher. He got a dream job of stoking the oven, the furnace. So like this, he wasn't outside, freezing with all the inmates, but nevertheless they had a girl there, a daughter of a priest. And he was there for 3 years. So all night he was there, and every morning he would run around the trees in the frozen Siberia, screaming to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He says, Ribono Shel Olam, if I'm going to fail, kill me now. He was screaming, he says, for 3 years he screamed and screamed and screamed. He says, and when in his farewell party, after 3 years, the girl said, I've never seen a more highly gebacha than this guy. And he says, I knew him. The Rebbe says, I know him, he told me. He says, if without Rabbeinu, I would never ever, he says, I would die. No chance. He says, Gewalt, this tzaddik bocher was able to poil in his nefesh, to achieve with his nefesh, halacha l'maisa, to know in clear, unshakable knowledge that his life, without life of kedusha and tahara, his life is not a life without kedusha and tahara the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants it. He was walking around with unbelievable fear of Hashem. Here I'm going to go to spend the night in the most pleasant place, Gashmisdik, but unbelievably dangerous Ruchnis. Who knows if I'll be able to withstand it? 3 years, 3 full years, day to day, this Baruch would scream to HaKadosh Baruch Hu all day, so he shouldn't be harmed spiritually a hairbreadth. Mamash said like Yosef HaTzadik, Yom, 3 years, non-stop, every day. This Baruch first belonged to another Chassidish group. And afterwards, he came to our camp in the Diburei Emuna. When the Torah Nota told me his unbelievable story, he told me, he said, if I would have stayed where I was, and I wouldn't know the secret of the tefillah the way Anosh know, I would never, ever be able to withstand the Nisayon. But since I got close to Rabbeinu, and I found out the secret of tefillah, it says the tefillah and only tefillah, that is the thing that saved me. The main point that we need to do, and Rav always speaks about it in his Sefer, the first thing that we really need to get in to ourselves is a yediyah, is a knowledge, unshakable, uncompromisable, undoubtful yediyah that I have to guard my eyes. I have to guard my machshava. I have to use the time. One thing at a time. Without it, okay, so every once in a while, I throw to HaKadosh Baruch Hu a bone. I say, do me a favor. Let me zech Shmir Sanayim. Okay, in the meantime, also I need, my foot hurts, and my teeth, what do I do with my teeth, whatever it is. And you throw a little bit of, Shmir Sanayim, blah, 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 blah. First thing, ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ribono Shel Olam, help me internalize the idea like I'm not going to step into traffic, into the highway. Everybody's traveling 100 miles per hour, just stroll into the highway. I mean, I don't even have to fight the urge, right? Unless somebody wants to kill himself. Nothing. This is only if you get this idea inside your head. So the first thing first is get the idea into your head that I should know bevadai, bevadai, bevadai. That's the first avodah. Even before you ask for Kodesh Baruch Hu Shmir Sinai, that I should get it into my thick skull, literally, get it into my thick skull, unshakable, bevadai, bevadai, bevadai. When Yosef said no to the wife of Potiphar, the trop on the word is shalshelas. In other words, no and no and no and no and no and no and no. It's not open to discussion. This is only possible if the idea is bevadai, is dova muchlat. It's a decided. That's the main avodah. That's what we're lacking. Remember, Luther Koenig said years ago, the main difference between the avodas Hashem of different people is the rotzin. Sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't want it. Now you want this, now you want to watch a soccer game. Now you want this, and now you want to go spazieren. Now you want to this, now you want to get yourself some fancy, I don't know what. It goes back. That is the to be mechazek the rotzin bevadai, the idea bevadai. Then we can start out. Hashem Yazor b'zat Suzef Abenu. They'll be zoche to plant this unshakable idea. That is what we need to do. Then the rest, there'll be other fights, but that's the first front. Yeah, that's the first front.